Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on the HermitCraft server. So today we are going to do some enchanting. Now, what's so special about enchanting? Well, what I want to do is enchant books and try and get some of those new enchants on there. Specifically, I want to get Silk Touch on an enchanted book so I can combine that with a pair of shears and be able to collect cobwebs. Using cobwebs is going to be an important part on the next phase of the witch farm that I'm doing for the timer. So, I've been playing in creative mode, trying to figure out what the best level is to get Silk Touch on an enchanted book. And I've searched the internet and I cannot really find what the best level is going to be. But what I found in creative mode, it looks like level 14 is going to be where we want to enchant at. So, I probably don't need to eat actually, since I am, I have the regeneration beacon, but I just didn't want to annoy you guys with that ticking sound. So what I'm going to do is I went back to my villager base. I had all of that leather from killing all those cows when I had all that steak from a long time ago. Made 3 stacks of books, quite a lot. Had a lot of reeds there that I grew too and was just sitting in storage. So I made a bunch of books, and I have plenty of food. We have the regeneration so I can stay here for as long as I want. We have all the experience we want over there, just a few clicks away. So yeah, let's get this done. Let me go ahead and turn down the game sounds. I probably should have done that already since these guys are pretty loud. Let me turn it down even further actually. Let's try a couple of these together and see what we can get. Again, like I said, I want to do level 14. It's kind of difficult to figure out what the best level is going to be because Silk Touch just does not seem to be that easy to get. Yeah, I went through many stacks of books in creative mode and my clicking finger was getting tired, so I took a break for a while. But it seemed like level 14 was about where I was able to do this. Let me block off some of these guys. What level are we at now? 13, 17, 12. I don't like how this jumps around. I thought this number used to be a pretty consistent number. There's a 14. Fire aspect. Not what we want. But what's good about these books too, is I can... Whoop, hey, don't touch me, Enderman. What's good about those books is even if we don't get the Silk Touch that we want, we can probably get a good item and then put it on a different weapon or tool or armor to get, you know, some pretty good stuff. So there's 12. Now it's always doing 12. There's a 14 that I just clicked past. Punch. That's not bad for a bow. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. In creative mode, you don't even have to collect experience. You can just put the books into an enchanting table. And, you know, if you have the proper levels around, you can always just do a level 14 or 16 or whatever the case may be that you want. This is going to take a little bit longer though. So let's do, oh, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 more. Let's just see what we can get here. I want you guys to experience this with me, how much fun this is. Oh man. Power 2, not bad, not bad. I don't think I'd put that on a bow since I can get power 4. I wonder if you could put those bow enchantments on like swords and stuff. That's something we could probably test out. I know you can do unbreaking on a sword, so I'm hoping to get an unbreaking and then I could put it on my diamond sword here that's only got sharpness on. If we had unbreaking on it, that would be pretty good. Okay, so let's do another book. We'll do level 12, dang it. I didn't even check to see if it was at level 14 or not. I wish the enchanting table wasn't that random. Like I was saying earlier, I was pretty sure that the enchanting table is supposed to be static depending on how many bookshelves you have, but it seems like it's getting more and more randomized recently. I don't understand what that's about. So let's do one more and then I'm going to make a cut. Well, that is if we don't get what we want. Power 2. Yep, not what we want. Okay, so let me make a cut. I'm going to be at this for quite a while. We have some empty chests over here I'm just going to drop these books off into. And I will see you guys in a little bit. Oh man, finally. So as you can see, I went through almost a full stack of books before I got Silk Touch. I still have these other 2 stacks of books left, which is great. So I just been dropping ender pearls like that, exchanging those in my inventory for these books when I enchant them. So let's go take a look at what we got over here, because I'm kind of interested in how this is going to work. I've never actually done this before. So we have Silk Touch, which I want to put on a shears. I want to try putting efficiency on there. I don't know if that's actually necessary or not. I think there was unbreaking. Let's check that out. Was there another efficiency 2? Okay, there's an efficiency 2. Yeah, I want to try seeing what we can do here. Protection, I don't think you can put that on there. Sharpness, I don't really want to use it as a weapon. Let's see, there's an unbreaking 2. Anything else? Well, I think, yeah, what I want to do is enchant it with Silk Touch and efficiency. Or, I'm sorry, unbreaking. I want to do another one with unbreaking and then combine the two and see if we can get unbreaking 3 on that shears. Because I want to collect a whole lot of these things. I don't want to have to come back here and try and get Silk Touch again and try and collect cobwebs again. I want to do this one time. Okay, so let's do 2 pairs of shears. Let's figure this out first. So there's shears, there's shears. Okay. Just to make it less annoying, let me just go ahead and eat some food here. Just so we're not making that ticking sound. Okay, so let's see what we got. Oh no, I need to do an anvil. So if I do pair of shears with, let's do unbreaking. Only 3 levels. Oh, that is cheap. Okay, so let me do that real quick. Let me grab 6 levels so we can do this twice. And I want to, well, I guess I already have the experience here. So I want to see if we can combine those and actually get efficiency, or I'm sorry, unbreaking 3 on a pair of shears. So there's unbreaking 2. And if we put that on this one, actually I guess I should see, can we do multiple? Yes, okay, so let us add, oh, no. So if we put that on there, or do we have to combine the books? How does this work? So we do efficiency and unbreaking. It won't let us combine those. And it looks like we can only put 1 on a shears. Well, let me try putting, I'm just going to throw an efficiency on there just to see what happens. That costs 6. Okay, so now we can do unbreaking and efficiency. Oh, maybe I grabbed the wrong one. Derp. Okay, so I need 6 levels. Well, I just need a few more experience orbs. There we go. Okay, so let's take our unbreaking 2 shears and the efficiency 2. Okay. So we can combine those. And can we put Silk Touch on it? Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So I don't want to do that yet. I want to go back. Yeah, think I'm kind of got a little confused there in what I was doing. Let me grab 3 levels so I can put that unbreaking 2 on the other pair of shears. Okay, so there's the one that's not enchanted at all. So let's do unbreaking 2. Let's do that. Now if we take this one and that one, unbreaking 3. Now that is interesting. So that costs 19 levels to do. I think I want to do this and just get an ultimate pair of shears with Silk Touch on it. I'm hoping this won't end up making it cost too much, where I won't be able to put the Silk Touch on it. Well, we'll find out. I want to just get a really awesome pair of shears. I suppose I could have tried naming it too. People keep telling me if I name my items, it costs the same amount to repair every time, like the price doesn't keep going up. I haven't tried that either, so I don't know. Okay, so there's the unbreaking 2, efficiency 2. And we do it this way, it's 19. What if we reverse it? 21. Okay, so we want to do it this way, so it's 19. And if we put Silk Touch on there, hey, why does it cost 14? That's cheap. Okay, so what is this? This is efficiency 2. Let me make another pair of shears, put efficiency 2, or can we just do it here? If we do this plus efficiency 2, oh, we can do it just like that. Efficiency 3. Okay. And how many levels was that? That was 8 levels. Man, this is not expensive at all. Let me grab those 8 levels and put that on there. Yeah, this takes no time at all. 6, 7, 8. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty awesome. So there's that. And then we put the efficiency 2, which combines to efficiency 3. And if we take this, Silk Touch is 16 levels for like the ultimate shears. Well, I guess we could probably put another efficiency 3 and make it the best possible shears, but I think that's probably going overboard. These already break cobweb pretty fast, so that might have been pointless, but I just wanted to try this out since I've never enchanted these before. Okay, so 16 levels, and we'll put the Silk Touch on there. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I wish I would have played around with this a little bit sooner. You know, make some really good equipment, I would imagine, this way for cheap. Okay, so there's 16. And so there's my unbreaking shears plus Silk Touch. Awesome. So this means I'm going to be able to go and grab myself a whole bunch of cobwebs. That is really, really cool. Okay. Now, while we're here, let's take a look at these other books that I got. Let's consolidate this or order things a little bit. Okay, so the other books that I enchanted, these are all done at around level 14. So there's a Bane of Arthropods. There's another Unbreaking. Maybe I should put these Unbreaking and Efficiency like together. So there's a Punch and a Fire Aspect, so that'd make a decent bow. Projectile Protection 3, that's not bad. There's an Unbreaking. Efficiency 2. Power 2. Kinda. There's a Thorns. That's one of those new enchantments, and that's, I believe, when mobs hit you, a little bit of damage goes back and does damage to them. So that's pretty cool. Being of Arthropods. That. There's an Efficiency. Yeah, these are the ones that I really like because we can combine them. Feather Falling 2, that's not bad. Fire Aspect 1. Another Unbreaking. Yeah, we can combine those and make some pretty decent enchantments, and it seems like they're very cheap, too, to do. So there's a Protection 2, which actually probably would not be bad because, again, we can combine those and make a decent piece of equipment. These are all like bow enchantments, smite, protection. There's an Efficiency 2. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4... 5 Efficiency 2s and about the same Unbreaking 2s. So yeah, we could do something pretty cool with those. I'm not really sure what else I would put those on, although, actually, now that I think about it, I want to try and put Unbreaking on a sword. So let's do that. Let's put Unbreaking on the Sharpness 3 sword, and then I'll see if I can upgrade that to Unbreaking 3. And we'll see how, if that makes the sword last that much longer. We can do some tests now that we can see the durability. So there's a sword, there is Unbreaking 2, and they want 6 levels. Man, that is cheap. I don't know. Well, I guess it does cost a little bit of experience to make those books. So even though it seems like it's cheap to combine them, there is a little bit of upfront cost. And then it's also random, so you don't necessarily going to get the enchantment you want on those books. So I guess being cheap is pretty balanced. So there's Sharpness and Unbreaking on a sword. I hope that works. So let me grab one more Unbreaking 2, and then we can combine that to make an Unbreaking 3 on my sword. There's that. Alright, and there's Sharpness and Unbreaking, and how many levels do they want? They want only 6 levels. Wait. Oh, wait. Yeah, there we go. Maybe that's what happened the first time I got confused. I hovered over this instead of the shears over here. Yeah, so Unbreaking 3. So let's see. I think it's at 6 levels for that. Yeah, this is fun. I like experimenting with this. This is good stuff. I haven't really seen anything new with the enchanting system in quite some time. I think the anvil was the latest thing, and that wasn't that interesting. Okay, so Sharpness, that, 6 levels for Unbreaking 3 on a sword. Now, I wonder... I really don't want to spend all episode here playing with this, but I'm having fun. I want to figure out what else we can do. I don't think we would put Efficiency on there. That seems kind of silly. What else could we do? We could put... another thing is sharpness. We could do another sword, upgrade it to sharpness 3, and then combine them for sharpness 4. Fire protection, beam of arthropods, power, smite, punch. No, that's bow. That's bow. I guess fire aspect we could add on there. Yeah, let's see what a fire aspect does. Just make this bow, or I'm sorry, this sword better. That's 11. Did I have more than one fire aspect? Because if I could bump it up to fire aspect 2, that'd be kind of cool. Let's see. Was there another one? Yeah, there's another one. So let me continue to upgrade my sword here because I'm having fun. I can't remember how many levels it was. I think it's at 11. I have a bad short-term memory apparently. Oh man. Okay, we'll do 11. And that plus this equals awesome. Alright, and where's the other fire aspect? And I put this one on there. Is it going to cost a lot, or is it going to be 11 as well? 13 for fire aspect 2. That's going to make this sword, which was kind of meh before with only sharpness 3 on there, be a really, really good sword. So I'm liking these books a lot, although even though we have a lot of decent enchants here, it did take a lot of time to get to level 14 to enchant all those books. So there is a little bit of investment involved here. It's not just, oh, that's an easy way to do it. So fire aspect 2, unbreaking 3, sharpness 3. I'm hoping that unbreaking really does work. Actually, I guess we could test it on these Endermen. Okay, so the sword is at 1338. Now it's at 1337. 1337. 1337. Okay, so yeah, the unbreaking does in fact work on the sword. Otherwise, that would be going down 1 point every time. So this is a really good sword now. Awesome. Okay, so let's eat some food. And I'm going to head back. We're going to try and find some cobwebs to use these shears on. And then we will start on the project for today. So see you in a bit. Okay guys, so I just went back to my villager base because I know there was an abandoned mine shaft right underneath the island where I put the iron farm. But I haven't been down here in a long time. And as it turns out, I left all this diamond here. I remember finding these patches a long time ago and was like, oh, I didn't have fortune. I'll just write down these coordinates and come back later. Well, now it was later, like 3 months later. So I do have a fortune 3 pick on me. I don't think there's lava under there. So I'm just going to go ahead and mine these now. It looks like the mine shaft probably destroyed some of the ore that would have naturally spawned. So let's see what's here. That's awesome. I think I just got 12 diamonds, 14 diamonds. Yeah, very, very cool. Okay, so the main purpose of me coming here was to try these shears, unbreaking, efficiency, and silk touch on cobweb. So I don't think the efficiency seems to make any effect. It seems to break on about the same speed. So I'll have to remember that in the future, that I don't really need to put efficiency on these things. I know I had some abandoned mine shafts over by where I'm working on the witch farm, but the thing is, ooh, that caused a cascade there. The thing is, it's not very safe, and I don't really want to chance losing these shears because it took so long to enchant all those books. And I know there's quick and easy cobweb here. So let's check the durability. I've gotten 7 of those things, and we are down only 4 points of durability. So that is awesome. And then another thing, we'll be able to repair it. So we won't lose the silk touch right away. We'll be able to keep them for a while, I would hope. But yeah, I want to try and find a good supply of these cobwebs for the next project on the witch farm. So let me collect a few more of these, and I will meet you there. Okay guys, so we are back at the witch farm now, and I have lit up a few more caves. I put the water underneath the witch farm there to put out those lights and to collect any witches that spawn there and fall down like a bunch of fools. That one's about to fall down. I think I'm just gonna kill this guy. We want to light up these spawning floors. We don't want any more of these guys spawning on us for now while we're working on this. So come on, I can hit him, can I? Or her? It's a her, right. So that one dropped a spider eye and some glowstone. That's awesome. Now, are there any witches that I've already collected down there? Nope. So there goes that stuff. Down below, that's fine. Alright, so let's hop in here. We put some torches down, prevent future spawning. Let's get up there. Some more spawning. Now, I made some changes to this. I adjusted the way the half slabs were, so the top and the bottom both have these half slabs at the same level. And then I kind of messed around with the pattern of these things just to make it look a little nicer. Airspace there, or, you know, block and a half space there, that's fine. And I had to put these half slabs along the back of these dispensers because spiders were spawning up in here. They had the proper 3x3 area to spawn on top of a spawner there. So I didn't have to do the half slabs all the way around. I could have done like every 3, I think. But I just felt the full line of those half blocks would be good. And then I put... losing my words there. I put these half slabs on top of the redstone all the way around. I'd missed a spot. I think it was on top of this redstone right here where a skeleton spawned. So I put a half slab there to prevent that from happening. Okay, so today we are going to work on the timer. And we want redstone power going into this block, this cobblestone block here. And that's going to power this line and this line at the same time. Right, so let's see. How do we want to do that? I think the timer has to be outside of the farm. I'll probably stick it right over here. And yeah, so let's get started. Oh, I should probably make the timer out of something better than cobblestone. Since I got a whole bunch of decent blocks over here, I should probably grab some of those. Let me grab... We have smooth stone. I think I will make... I probably didn't need that many. I think I'll make stone bricks. Okay, so let's get started on the timer. Now this is a new timer, and it's going to use the cobwebs. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to enchant those shears and go grab those cobwebs. I've never made a timer like this before in Minecraft, although I was playing around with it earlier in creative, so I have actually built this timer. But this is the first time I'm actually going to be using it in the game. So let's... I need it to be about right here, I think. Okay, so what we're going to do... I think I want to come up with just another block or 2. What we're going to do is we're going to put a dispenser here. This dispenser is going to contain just throwaway blocks. We don't care about those blocks. Okay, and we are going to put some stone brick around the sides. Just like this. Okay, so what's going to happen is this dispenser is going to shoot an item into a cobweb. Just like that. And the item's going to slowly fall down. But this is where things get a little different. Now, I tried playing around with this and making like a redstone clock, and I don't think that is the proper way to do it. So I made a pretty cool way to do this, what we want to do. So we're going to use tripwires there. We need some string. So when the item falls down, it's going to click this, and then once it goes through there, it is going to go into another cobweb. Now, this is where things get a little interesting, because when a dispenser shoots an item into a cobweb, it's about halfway through and takes about 12 or 15 seconds to drop. But when it falls onto a cobweb, it's going to take about 30 seconds for it to drop. So, what we want is do something like this. Break this all out. Another set of tripwires. And, oh, I made that the right level. Okay. Now I can probably put a block here, here, and here just to kind of enclose that a little bit more. And doesn't really need it, but I'm going to put a block there just to try and keep the item that's in there following down this path. Now the way this is going to work is we're going to assume the water is already flushing on these spawn pads. And when that happens, the item's falling through this top cobweb. As soon as it hits this other cobweb, it's going to send a pulse to these dispensers over here, shutting off the water. So that's going to be the shorter distance that it falls. Then it's going to wait about 30 seconds falling down. And then it's going to hit this tripwire, which is going to send a pulse. Skeleton just shot at me. Thought I heard thought I heard a bow or an arrow. I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy. So once the item falls down here, it's going to click this tripwire, turning these on, shooting an item out of that dispenser. And then again, it's going to take 10 or 15 seconds for it to fall down. It's going to hit this one, turn them off, and then wait another 30 seconds. And then this loop is just going to keep going over and over and over again. So I thought this is going to be a really cool way to do this for a timer. The only drawback for a system like this is that you have to refill the dispenser. Now with the full dispenser, I know if you were just waiting for it to despawn with a 5-minute timer, I believe it took exactly 48 hours for it to go away. With a witch farm like this, we're putting a new one through every about 45, 50 seconds. So yeah, it's going to be quite a bit shorter, maybe 8 or 10 hours worth if we're sitting here AFK. But that's fine. I think what I'm going to end up doing, though, is when these items fall down, instead of just clumping up down here and despawning, I think I'm going to have them go into some kind of a water stream and then go into the nether and just wait for us. So we can go and collect the items and then put them back in the dispenser and keep this timer going. Alright, so that is a long explanation for what we're doing here. So let me grab that. Oh, stuck in the cobweb. Okay, we'll just kind of bring that down like that. That top. Did I break? No, that's connected there. Oh, you know what? I bet it's because we had these blocks below. I don't think those are supposed to be there. I don't know. Those look weird. They don't look like they are connected properly. Did this one? So those go down. Let me undo this one and oh, maybe... No, I don't know. Why was that? Or doesn't need those there? Dang it. I don't know. But those don't look like they're connected for some reason, but we will figure that out. Let me sleep till day just so we have a little bit more light around here. And we can start working on the actual wiring of that. Okay, so the way we want this to work is we want this bottom tripwire hook to send power to both the dispenser and to these dispensers over here. So let's figure out how we're going to wire this up. This is going to be a little tricky since there's water around. Isn't easy to navigate. Let's see if we put blocks like that. We can put redstone right. Oh, well, let's see. How are we going to do this? If I put redstone here, I believe this tripwire is going to power that. So I kind of need to do a block right there with dust on it. And then something like this. Okay, so that dust will connect here, here. Ah, so this... No, I don't think that's going to work. I think I need to come out one more. Yeah, so we'll have the dust coming out like this. And then it can point into the dispenser. We can get rid of this block. So when that one gets power, it's going to send power over here into the dispenser. And then we also need it to head over into our input block. So let's see if we can bring it down over, not there, down here, there. I'm afraid this thing, actually maybe I'm doing this all wrong. If we pull it off, oh no, yeah, that's going off the wrong one. This needs to be down Man. Yeah, that needs to go down. I need to get back out of here. Okay, so how are we going to do this? We don't want it to interact with this block at all. So if we take that one, we can bring the redstone over here. We need another block. So we'll go there. And get rid of this one. Put a full block here. And then we can kill that. Okay, so I think that is all we need to do. But the only thing is, I think at this point we might be running out of redstone room. So I'm going to put a repeater. Let's put a repeater right there to increase the signal length. Okay. And yeah, that actually is going to serve two purposes. Actually, I'm doing this just a little bit wrong here. I'm thinking about how we want this hooked up. We do want this tripwire to touch these dispensers along with this one, but we don't want this one to power this dispenser. So, to fix that, still trying to figure out what I'm doing here. To fix that, we'll have this repeater going into this block, and then we'll put redstone dust here. So this repeater will power this block, powering this dust. This tripwire hook will power this block, powering this dust. So that's going to do exactly what we want. So this one will power those dispensers only. The bottom one will power this dispenser and those dispensers. Okay, so that's pretty much all we need here. So the other thing to do now is just to test this and make sure it is working. Now, like I said before, this is running under the assumption that these dispensers have already been turned on. So let me go ahead and turn them on. Okay, so they're all ready to go. And then we come up here, we just drop a item down here. Now it's going to take a longer time. Whoops. You get away from it. It's going to take a longer time to go through the cobweb because it's going through the top. But when the dispenser shoots it, it should be shot in the middle. And it should only take about 10 or 15 seconds for it to head through. So we should be able to see this working here pretty soon. As soon as it falls through this cobweb, it should turn off the water, allowing mobs to spawn if I wasn't next to it. And then once it goes through that bottom cobweb, it should turn it back on and shoot an item through the dispenser. So at any second now... Come on. How's it going? Oh, yeah, there is a problem with that tripwire. So let's figure that out. Okay, so what's wrong here? Why is this not working? Do I need to break it and re-put it back? So it looks like it's connected, but this one doesn't look like it's connected. I don't know why that is. Where's the tripwire hook? There it is. So maybe... Oop, get me out of here. Now this was working creative. I don't know why this is not working here, but maybe let's get rid of this block, get rid of this block, and then put the cobweb or the string. Okay, so now they're connected. So maybe that'll fix our issue. Let me put the block back right there. Let's drop one in there. And then we'll wait for that to fall through. And again, once it hits this tripwire right here, it should turn the water off, and then it should go down to that bottom one and turn it back on and shoot a short pulse or a short delay item into this cobweb once again. So let's see what happens. Okay. So now the dispensers are turned off. Mobs would be allowed to spawn if I was far enough away. And then after a short little bit longer, we should see the water turn back on and then an item shoot out of this dispenser. And in fact, I'm going to jump up just a little bit higher so I don't accidentally pick up that item. There it goes. The water's back on, flushing the mobs out. And yeah, as you can see, that's kind of halfway down. And I got plenty of dirt to fill this dispenser up from all those chests over there from when I was flattening this area out, so I'm not worried about losing any. And there we go, the water's turned back off. Yeah, the reason why I wanted to do this is to flush the mobs off these pads, but I want that flushing action to only last like 10 or 15 seconds. And then I want it to turn off again so more mobs can spawn and just keep doing this cycle over and over and over again. So I think this is probably the easiest way to do it. I was trying to do this with redstone earlier using a delayed snore latch and then some weird timers and all that stuff. And yeah, I just don't think all of that's worth it when we can use these cobwebs now. I think this is an awesome way to do a timer. Okay, so now that's hooked up. How many items we have in there? Stack. I can grab some more. I think what I want to do is just kind of jump away from these pads and actually see this working in action. Let me kind of, I guess, pillar out a little bit, bridge out, and then up so we can see. Oh, too far. Okay, so now we just gotta wait for witches to spawn in there. Okay, so there's a couple of witches. I've been having some issues on the HermitCraft server. Around here, I'm only seeing like 10 entities, and I can't understand what the reason for that is. So I just restarted the server, logged back in, and a couple of witches just appeared right there. So there must be something going on. But yeah, the water flushing system just kicked on, flushing those witches down. Now it should just turn back off in just a moment, allow for more mobs to spawn. Maybe it's taken too long. I don't know. Maybe if witches are all the way up against the back wall, it'll need to go that long, especially if they're fighting the current. Oh, there's some more that just spawned down there on the bottom. Now, one just walked off by itself. Two just walked off by themselves. So maybe we don't need the water flushing. There's some more that just spawned. That's awesome. Ooh, even more spawning. Yeah, so I've been doing a pretty good job of lighting this area up, it looks like. Although there's still quite a lot of area to light. So these things, yeah, there it goes. It's turning on again, flushing the rest of those witches down. Go on, guys. Girls. Yeah, see, that one's fighting the current, so being on that long might be necessary, although it is preventing any other mobs from spawning on those pads while that water is going, so I don't know. Maybe the shifting floor method would be the best way to do it, but this way works pretty good as far as I'm concerned. Still a lot of area to light up around here, and especially torching these areas at nighttime so mobs aren't spawning on the surface. That's a big deal because that's a lot of spawnable space that mobs can spawn on. But I think that's going to do it for today's episode, guys. Thank you for watching. Next episode, we'll probably figure out how to kill these guys and collect their drops. So thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.